So I'm here in Grimsby, Ontario, with Father Mark Luimes, and we had a defined conversation. And through this conversation, I would like to ask Father Mark the following question: Father Mark, why do you think it's beneficial for us, for the Russian Church abroad, to be in communion with the Church of Russia?
I think our relationship with the church in Russia is important that we see that at all levels of our relationship. We tend to, in the West, think about the church as, I said, a hierarchy, that is the ruling bishops and the synods and the decisions that are made. We tend to not see the people on the ground in these other countries, in our sister countries, and in some ways our parent countries. And it's important to make, it's not necessarily a distinction. They're all one together, and they all struggle through these political ideas. We have our own political ideas, but once we get to know that the struggles of the people on the ground and in their personal lives in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and other areas of the Russian Orthodox Church, we have much more in common simply on the ground, that we're fighting our passions, that we have to fight towards helping our neighbors. When I was in Belarus several years ago, I was amazed at the amount of charity that was being done, and this is something that's almost entirely absent in Orthodox Church in North America. It was in some ways kind of embarrassing when you go there and you want to talk about political or theological or abstract ideas. They would stop you because they had to go pick up somebody from here, or they had to go and do something. They were taking care of ex-criminals. They were taking care of people with mental handicaps. At the fall of the Soviet Union, many social services went away, and the church there picked up the slack. And so I think it's important that when we talk about being alienated from the hierarchy of the Orthodox Church, it's through that hierarchy and it's through that relationship that we also have a relationship with the people on the ground there. And the church doesn't belong to any one person or to any group of people per se. The church is in the entirety of it. Being imperfect, we're going to have different opinions. Us being imperfect, maybe them being imperfect as well. But the fact is that we're not simply saying, I don't want to talk to this particular bishop or this particular hierarch or something like that. We're cutting ourselves off from this entire group of Orthodox Christians that I think have to teach us a lot. I think we need to strengthen our ties with the functioning Russian Orthodox Church. And I'm pretty sure many of those, we know that the bishops of Russia don't all agree with everything. We tend to see a united front here. But the thing is that the thing we can agree on, of course, is the foundations of the Orthodox Church and the foundations of charity and the foundations of how we're going to affect the struggles. We share their struggles. We share their fears. If there's fears about modernism, if there's fears about different philosophies, we share those fears. We share that need to unite ourselves to them and to draw on their resources. And you feel very, very small if you go to Russia or Belarus. You feel very small in terms of your orthodoxy. In Canada, we're very isolated. We're struggling. To have a connection back with it, I think, would be a very important part of our growth.
Thank you so much, Father Mark. Thank you so much.